Hi beautiful humans, welcome to my yoga mat. My name is Gabby. If you are not new here, welcome back. And if you are new here, please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as ring that little notification bell so that you get alerted every time I publish new content. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment so I know what kind of content that y'all like and what I should keep making in the future. Today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite yoga poses for deep relaxation and some stress relief, whether that is physical or mental. Any of these poses are some great resources that you can incorporate into your daily life or just on those days where you really need that extra relaxation kick. I just wanted to mention a quick disclaimer, as always, that I am not a certified yoga instructor. I do yoga as a passion, as a hobby, and I like sharing that with you. But please consult a physician before trying anything that you see in these videos. If you would like some more professional-based content, please let me know and I would be happy to point you to the correct resources. Alright, so to get started today, we are going to do a seated forward fold, and I will actually show you two different variations of how I like to do a seated forward fold. So let's go ahead and get started. You want to take a seat in staff pose. So really engaging through the quads, toning and bringing those kneecaps up. If you have trouble, collapsing, you find it hard to sit up straight here, try engaging your core. If you're still struggling or feeling pinching in the low back, go ahead and lift your hips. So you'll want to keep your head over your heart over your waist. And then we will come forward from here. I always recommend starting with the knees bent, keep the toes active, and you'll want to move from your hips. A way to help you do this instead of moving from here is to imagine you're looking forward onto the ground. So go ahead and let your head relax here, and then you can start to straighten the legs out once you have a good form. Another variation that you can do that I won't show today is just doing it one leg at a time with your leg kind of extended out to the side. Another variation of seated forward fold that I really love is coming to a cross-legged position. Keep one foot in and have the other one out, so they shouldn't be stacked. And you'll start by kind of snuggling your butt into the mat, snuggling your shoulders down your back, bringing your hands forward, and again, from the waist. So you're not bending this way, you're coming out from the waist. So you might only make it here. If you can make it here, go ahead and get comfortable. Remember, keep these toes active to take that pressure out of your knee. And if you find you're very comfortable here, you can go ahead and round forward to let the head release. I love wearing my hair down when I do this because it creates like a little private hole for me to just escape in and relax. And then you'll just want to even that out on the other side. So these are great hip stretches, which of course helps you relax because it releases that emotion, but also just kind of coming forward into yourself is a very, very calming place to be. So I will just even out for myself. You can also take your hands clasped or stack up your fists if you need a pillow, or you can use a block or something like that as a pillow. Try this with your hands extended out as well. Really surrender into the mat. Alright. So those are my two favorite variations of a seated forward fold. Next, I'm going to show you a very, very simple yoga pose, one of the most simple that you can do, but that brings me really great relaxation. It's just knees to chest pose. So however you find yourself coming comfortably to the ground, go ahead and do that now. Snuggle your shoulder blades under. Make sure that you shine your buttocks towards the front of the mat. This will get your low back flush. So you shouldn't be here where I can slide my hands through. You should be here where the lower back is fully supported. And again, making sure those shoulder blades snuggle under, which will help with that. bring your knees up to your chest or wherever they come, and make sure your toes stay active. And when I'm here, I like to rock a little side to side, or rock up and down the spine. This rocking up and down the spine was something I had never tried until I started practicing yoga with Adrian, and now it's one of my favorites. Make sure you engage your core. You can see I had kind of lost my core there for a second. Bringing your knees up and just giving yourself a nice hug, rocking back and forth and massaging the spine. That is one of the easiest ways to just get really, really relaxed. So the next pose that I want to show you is legs up the wall. I don't have a wall right in front of me, but I will show you the pose without a wall. You can do it without a wall. It's just more supportive to do it with a wall. Legs up the wall is one of the most kind of touted yoga poses for just overall benefit. It really helps just relax everything at the end of the day. It helps with digestion. I actually plan on doing a whole video about legs up the wall and all of its benefits and a lot of the fun different variations you can take with it, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, I'll just show you. Again, I don't have a wall that I can really film on, so you'll want to snuggle your butt up to the wall. So if my hands are the wall, I want to get my butt and my hips as close to it as I can. So the easiest way I find to do that is to just kind of wriggle until I get there. So this should be the wall. And then, really simple, you guys. There it is. Now, because I'm doing this, I'm getting a bit more of a core workout because I don't have a wall to rest on. But if you have a wall here, obviously it's a bit more of a restful pose. And most people say you should do this for a minimum of 10 minutes a day if you really want to see all of the benefits. I will do this when I'm traveling or somewhere if I don't have a wall. I will, roll my ankles, do some kind of fun things like that. Maybe turn it into a little bit of a core workout by starting to go side to side. But if I really need deep relaxation, I will find a wall and I will just take a nap like this. So this is one of the easiest poses. Of course, you don't have to have any yoga experience to just plop your legs up the wall. Again, if they don't go straight, if you can only get them at a 90-degree angle on the wall, do it. It still has amazing benefits and you will get to straighter legs over time. Alright, so the next pose for relaxation is another one of those that anyone can do no matter their skill level, anywhere, and that is child's pose. So for child's pose, several different ways to come into it. I like to start, of course, from a tabletop position. You want to bring your knees in and then come to sit back on your feet a little bit. And then from here, just have your arms resting gently out behind you. And you can just hinge forward. I kind of snuggle and kind of cave into this little area I've created for myself. I'll grab onto my heels sometimes, or I just let my hands relax behind me. Tuck your chin slightly. And just relax. Child's pose is such a great place to take really deep breaths from. You can send your breath to your lower back, to your neck, your hips, wherever you're feeling tension. You can tell I'm already getting kind of zenned out here. It's one of the best poses. If you can only do one yoga pose, I would say child's pose, because it really helps you catch your breath and it helps get you in that really, really calm and present mindset. Alright, so another pose that I will share with you. This one is kind of funny. You wouldn't think of it as a relaxation pose because it can be quite physically challenging, but once you're there, you can kind of understand why it is a relaxation pose. So if we get up onto our feet, bring our hips wider than the mat, and you bring your toes in. This will protect your knees. Lift up on your quads, firm through your quads to lift your kneecaps, and make sure you're not jutting out here. Make sure you bring your core in, almost as if you were in a warrior pose. So just tilt your pelvis. Some people tilt this way. So whichever way, just to bring everything stacked evenly. And then hands on your hips, elbows back, and again from your waist. If you don't want to be bending from here. If it helps you, it certainly helps me, place your fingers right on top of your hip bones here. And you'll stop here if you need to. Or where you really get the deep relaxation is by coming all the way forward and kind of rounding forward. And you can play around with holding in different places, stretching in different ways. To come up, make sure you just engage your core and come back up like that. Another variation I like to take, I will show you from the side actually, just so you can get a better look, is interlacing my fingers down, and again bending from the waist, and then coming all the way forward. One day your head will touch. When you're here, make sure you're not collapsing. Make sure you're still lifting your shoulders, pinching your shoulder blades together. No matter what variation you take, like I said, this can be physically challenging at first, but you'll find it's actually a very, very relaxing pose. Engage your core to come up to protect your low back. So the last pose that I want to share with you is probably the most obvious that comes to you when you think of relaxing yoga poses, and that is Shavasana or corpse pose. This is the resting pose of yoga, arguably the most difficult pose because you're expected to quiet your mind and quiet your body. This is best done either at the beginning or the end of practices. So however you are able to get into a nice comfortable lying down position, go ahead and take that now. Take any fidgeting that you need now, adjusting your yoga pants or your hair or scratching an itch. And then go ahead and one leg at a time, send your legs out. I snuggle my butt cheeks in and I snuggle my shoulders in. And I usually take one big stretch to just get all my fidgets out. And then I come to stillness. Make sure your neck isn't craning one way or the other. Just gently tuck your chin. Send your legs and your arms out wide. Breathe and find stillness. Make sure you keep a slight part in your lips and that your tongue isn't pressing against the roof of your mouth. Keep your tongue in the base of your mouth. And that is it for Shavasana. Ideally, you would do this for a few minutes, like I said, either at the beginning or the end of your practice. To come out of Shavasana, I recommend rolling onto one side, kind of chilling here for a minute, and then using that arm to press up into a seat. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling super relaxed right now. I feel like I need a nap. Just goes to show you these poses really do wonders to relax you mentally and physically. Whenever I'm having a bad day or I just feel tense, these are poses that I often will come to for some support. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning some of these poses and sharing them with me. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorites out of these poses are, or if you have any more poses that you really love to use to get yourself in that nice relaxed state. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.